welcome back. It is time for us to start Book 4. And the plot is finally starting to pick up. It did so in Book 3. We finally start to figure out what's going on with the pipes. Apparently they're trying to rid the world of magic, which is probably not a good thing. At least it wouldn't be for the magicals, that's for sure. Hopefully this time we'll be able to figure out what they're actually doing with the magicals, where they're taking them and what happens to them. Because that's what Kian and Liko set out to do. And of course Zoe is finally in Marcuria and she has to find the Purple Mountains and hopefully Obnaxus. And see what he was talking about in her vision. Well, let's get started then. The book is called Revelations, so I'm expecting some. Chapter 9, Journeys. Traditionally, there's always 13 chapters in Longest Journey games, so I'm expecting that to be the case here. And it looks like Reap Moon is underway.
Zoe? 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 Zoe?
Poor Crow.
Zoe?
Seems he always loses track of the people he's sidekicking for.
Shoo, bird.
Oh, shoo yourself, you big hairy lug.
What in Jarl's name? I know you. You arrived with that Stark girl yesterday. You're her bird.
Her bird? I am my own bird, I'll have you know. Her bird. Pfft, the nerve of some people. Besides, I lost her. She done gone vanished on me. I am, it seems, an expert at misplacing beautiful young women.
She's not misplaced. She's with the Resistance.
The Resistance. So she did find the rebels. And she didn't think to tell me. Well, some friend she turned out to be.
Well, to be fair to the girl, it wasn't entirely voluntary.
What do you mean? They kidnapped her. Crow to the rescue! So, where exactly did they kidnap her to?
I'm not supposed to... Well, I reckon the chances of you being an Azadi spy are rather remote. And that poor girl could probably use a friend. Do you know the old Sentinel Library outside the city? It's in ruins now, but beneath it, in the Enclave, you'll find your girl. Unless they took her head, in which case...
Hold on, Zoe! Hold on to your head! I'm on my way!
Let's hope they didn't take Zoe's head, because it would make the rest of the game very difficult. Where is this? Oh, it's the top of the Enclave. I see.
I trust you got some sleep last night?
I would have, if you guys believed in bed sheets and pillows.
You are fortunate to be alive, girl. Who are you? Why do you ask questions about the Resistance?
Okay, what do we tell Shepard?
I'll keep it simple. Or maybe it's better to mention the rebels. On the other hand, asking for the rebels is what got me into trouble in the first place. Deny everything?
That seems like a bad idea at this point.
Or maybe
Let's try
it's
this
better
one.
to mention the rebels. Last time I visited, I helped the Resistance. I thought maybe you'd want to return the favor.
You helped us? I'm sorry, but I do not know you.
Zoe Castillo? I'm on your side. I'm just trying to find the Purple Mountains.
I don't know where that is.
What about the Ular?
I'm sorry.
Abnaxis? Of the Venar?
I have heard of the Venar, but they left the Northlands. And Abnexus? Maybe a whisper. Long ago? Nothing more. I cannot help you.
Damn. Is there anyone here who would know?
Perhaps. But you haven't answered my question, girl. Why should we help you? For all I know, you're an agent of the Azadi.
No, I'm...
Zoe! She's Zoe!
Balance.
Don't you dare touch her head. She's on an important mission.
I see. And who are you?
Crow, honorary rebel, long-term avian buddy, and occasional sidekick of April Ryan, rebel leader, adventurer, hero, savior of the balance. That's right. Here's Crow. This is him. I'm me. So, where's April? She can vouch for Zoe. They're best friends, tight as two chicks in a nest. I don't see April. Is she out on a mission or sleeping in or... Why are you both looking at me like that?
I thought you knew.
Knew what? What's going on? What?
April Ryan is dead, Bird. She was assassinated during an Azadi raid on Myria the winter before last. She died a hero's death and was given a hero's burial. We remember her fondly.
What?
I'm so sorry. Crow! Crow! Okay, I'm an idiot.
I've heard of this bird. Crow. So, you knew April Ryan?
We met a couple of times. I was there when she died. I found her. I tried to save her, but I couldn't. So, yeah, I guess I knew April.
You're the Stark girl. The one who dreams. They spoke of you. Bakim, Bryn, Chawan. They said you were one of us. Oh, this certainly changes things. But how did you...
He's gone. Of course he's gone. I should have seen that coming. It's not like he could just let Kian go without... Ugh, he's such a... Oh. Hey! Your hair, it's so pretty.
Thanks.
Who's gone, Enu?
What? Oh, Liko. He vanished in the middle of the night, chasing Kian, of course. Idiots, the both of them.
Maybe this is for the best. If Liko can help Kian...
Kian. Big Azadi guy. People call him the Apostle.
You know him?
We met once, briefly. He was kind to me. But isn't he the enemy?
Was. He's with us now. Defected. Yep. Well, except that he abandoned us again to go on a crazy suicide mission.
He left last night.
Of course. After everything that's happened, we just miss each other.
Oh, Enu, this is Zoe. Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah. Hi. Nice to meet you, Enu.
You're so pretty. That came out wrong. Wanna be friends? Oh, sorry.
Zoe needs our help. She has questions. Maybe you
Of
can...
course. No problem. Leave this to me, Shepard.
I'm sorry for questioning you, Zoe. And I'm sorry I could not be of any assistance. Please, stay. Speak with Enu and the others. Perhaps someone here has the answers you're looking for.
Thank you, Shepherd.
Where are you from? Your clothes are amazing. Where did you get them?
They came with the jump. I'm from Stark. That's...
Across the divide, on the flip side of the balance, the world of science. Are you serious? That's incredible. I have so many questions. I don't even know where to start. I am seriously worried my head might explode. I think I need to sit down.
Oh, don't explode. I'm not that special. I mean, you're orange, and the ears...
I'm just a boring old Zid. It's totally normal. Holy crap, Stark. I can't believe it. How did you get here? Are you a shifter?
A dreamer. I just dream myself here.
Just dream yourself here. That's it. No biggie. You are the best thing I have ever seen. Seriously.
Really? Okay. Thank you.
So, what do you need help with? Shepard said...
I'm trying to find the Purple Mountains, and a tribe of magical creatures called the Ular. Someone, a Venar named Abnaxus, told me to...
Whoa, slow down. Okay. Purple Mountains, Ular, Venar, Abnaxus, right? Nope. None of that sounds remotely familiar. I have never heard any of those words before. Of course, there are a lot of things I don't know. I was a farm girl. A silly zidling. There's so much I don't know. But I do know where to look for answers.
Oh? Where?
The library. The library holds all the answers. Do you have libraries in Stark? Never mind, silly question. Of course you don't. I'll go to our library right now and start looking. Purple Mountains, Ular, Abnaxus of the Venar. Come find me when you're ready. I can't wait to spend more time with you. Oh, sorry.
Enu seems a little bit overexcited. Understandable, I guess. And we have a goal, which is find Crow and talk to him. Which is not what you expect the goal to be right now, but it is. Let's look around. After all, Zoe has not been here.
Shepherd, leader of the rebels. I wouldn't want to get on her bad side. She scares me a bit.
She is kind of severe, isn't she?
Shepherd, leader of the... I assume it's not an actual dragon's head, but you just never know in this world.
True.
A round table? Check. Chivalrous knights? Check. Magic? Check. That's right, this would make for a great theme restaurant.
Yes, obviously that is the most useful thing to do with a magical library.
Great plans are probably laid here. Also, dinner.
Possibly.
A round table? Check. Chivalrous knights?
We can
check.
talk to quite a few
Magic?
people
Check.
here.
That's right, this
I
would
wish I
make for
could
a
have been
great
more
theme
helpful
restaurant.
and inviting. If I'd known.
I understand. You have to be cautious.
There's much I'd like to ask you. Much I'd like to learn. But with Kian gone, my workload has increased twofold. Perhaps another time, when we're both not so preoccupied.
I'd like that.
I don't know what your mission is, but I have a feeling it's important, and that our destinies are entwined. We shall speak again, Zoe Castillo. When the winds have quieted, the clouds have parted, and the grass on the Great Plain stands straight and tall once more.
Well, that might be in a long time. And she's not wrong. Our mission is very important. It's kind of important actually to realize that this is your mission, find Crow. Because if you don't, and you end up trying to talk to Enu, who is in the library looking for information, that won't work until you have talked to Crow. Who it seems is here. Crow apparently did not know about April's death, which... well, I feel bad that he had to find out this way, that's for sure.
There he is. I should go talk to Crow. I can't believe he didn't know about April. There he is. I should go talk to Crow. I can't believe he didn't know about April.
I have a feeling he's not going to be happy about us not telling him before.
I'm so sorry, Crow. I thought you knew.
It's fine. It's not your fault. I can't believe she's gone. But I sort of knew, you know. I felt it in my heart. And that final time we were together, it wasn't It wasn't like it used to be. It was weird. Like too much time had passed and we drifted apart. I should have known it wouldn't last.
Poor Crow.
He's not alone in feeling that. How can you ever know something like that?
You never know. You can't know.
Maybe you can't. Were you there when she...
Well, we kind of were.
Perhaps better to avoid the topic and get him thinking about other things. I witnessed the whole thing. But should I tell Crow that?
Crow's been our most loyal sidekick from the beginning. Of course, he deserves to know the truth.
I was there. I saw it happen. I tried to help her, to save her. I know I was supposed to, but I couldn't.
Not your fault. Bad things happen. People die. Life goes on. Anyway, did I help with, the rebel thing? Did they believe you? That you're not a spy?
You did. They do. It's fine now. They'll help us.
Good.
Very good.
They're not gonna cut your head off?
What? No?
Good. I wish I could have been more helpful. But it was 10 years ago, and I didn't really pay attention to what April said about that Abnaxis chap.
It's okay.
If you don't mind, I need to be alone for a little while. Clean my feathers, sharpen my beak, reflect on the nature of life. Bird stuff.
Totally understand.
I'll find you in the city.
That is understandable. Alright, let's go and see Enu in the library. Look around here too. Should be some people we can talk to, maybe. Don't know where Blind Bob is right now.
They add color to the place, if nothing else.
Not this one, it's kind of the same color as the wall.
They add color to the place, if nothing else.
I don't think we can really look at anything else in here, unfortunately.
They kept me locked up in one of those cells all night. This may not be a prison, but it's not far from it.
True.
I miss my tiny apartment now.
Obviously.
One night in a cell was plenty. I have no wish for a repeat visit.
And that too is understandable. Can we go into Nana's room? Maybe she's there. She's not. Which is a shame because Zoe and Nana know each other. And hey, Jakai.
What's he doing? He looks nervous. Should I interfere or wait until he's done?
Another timed option.
That's the guy. What's he doing? Maybe I shouldn't interrupt him.
Let's see what he's up to. He's acting suspicious, and if we can find out what he's acting suspicious about.
I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't see you there. Hey, are you supposed to be out on your own?
Yes, we are. What are you doing here?
This doesn't look right, but I probably shouldn't be snooping. He looks guilty. What's going on here?
Is this your room?
Well, we don't have our own rooms. Anyway, Keen's gone. I was just looking for... It's Zoe, is it not? I'm Jakai, Benrima Salman's nephew. She said some very nice things about you.
You'll have to give her my regards. How is Benrime? I noticed the Journeyman was closed down.
Yeah, she's in Coldstone. They arrested her for colluding with the Resistance. She was sentenced to 10 years in the dungeons. I don't know if she'll survive that. Anyway, I'm sure she'll be happy to hear that you're back in town.
I'm sorry about your aunt.
Yes. Thank you. I don't know what I'll do without her. She's the only family I have. Look, I have to go into town on an errand now, but please let me know if there's anything I can do for you.
Okay, well, we still don't really know what he was doing. I'm still suspicious of it, though. I do hope Enrima will be okay. We owe a lot to her.
I believe that mural depicts this place. The Enclave. Apparently, it used to be a library. I believe that mural depicts this place.
We can't talk to him
The
further,
Enclave.
nor can we see what he
Apparently,
was
it used to be
looking
a
for.
library.
Guess we should just go talk to Enu, unless there's anything else to look at.
One of those big cow turtle things I saw back in town. One thing's for sure, I'm never, ever riding one.
Never say never, Zoe.
One of those big cow turtle things I saw back in town. One thing's for sure, I'm never, ever riding one.
Let's see, Enu's over here somewhere. There she is.
Enu's really weird and very sweet, and I like her a lot.
That's the, opinion most people seem to have of her.
When I was 12, I was a lot like her. Awkward and... strike that, I'm still a lot like her. She's Zid, I believe. They're beautiful. For my next Halloween party, I'm going as Zid. Or is that racist?
That's a good question. Speciest, perhaps.
Enu's really weird and very sweet, and I
Oops.
like her a lot.
Abnaxis, Purple Mountains, Ular, Ula. Nope, nothing, no.
She does not seem to be having a lot of luck. Let's talk to her.
Bugs, please don't fail
Wait,
me now.
what can I do with this?
I have to resist this intense desire to stroke her yellow
On
fur.
abscesses.
I don't think that'd be
Ooh,
kosher.
Nope, that's a different type of ab.
Very different.
I have to resist this intense desire to stroke her
Turtle
yellow fur.
Mountains.
I don't know if you
think
can
that'd
actually
be
do so.
kosher.
Believed to be the petrified remnants of 3 titan turtles that rose from... and interesting? Sure. Relevant? No.
Let's talk to her.
I've been trying to find a book or scroll or manuscript or map or torn note page or ancient magical tome or pamphlet or a piece of cloth that mentions the Purple Mountains or the Ular, but no luck. It's really frustrating. This library has never let me down before. Bad library.
Okay. Looks like we're not having a lot of luck in this library. Too bad we can't just Google it in this world.
She seems so curious about me, and I haven't asked her a single question.
Let's, introduce ourselves properly, yeah.
Enu, right? I don't feel we were properly introduced.
I know you are. I mean, no, yes. You're right. Enu. I am Enu. I hope you're staying a while. It would be so great to have someone around who's not a surly warrior with mommy issues, or a stoic leader, or a battle-hardened soldier, or just batshit insane. I mean, there's Jakai, and he's pretty normal, except for his aunt issues, but he's a bit too... Hey, so, what do you do when you're not saving the world?
I go to school. I did. Then my world started shutting down, so no more school.
I went to school too! Until I was 10, and then my father taught me how to ride a leapfur and hunt jumpers in the jungle. Also, I had to work at the farm. Didn't leave a whole lot of time for schoolwork, or anything else. I feel we have so much in common.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe.
Bit of a stretch.
I can't wait to talk more about all these things we have in common. We must have a sleepover.
Sure, that seems like a good idea. Enu's just really excited to have someone relatable to talk to, it seems.
This is where I try to connect and make friends.
Making friends with Enu, always a good thing.
You just joined the Resistance?
Oh, yes. No. Not really just. About half a year ago? Wait, more than that. Time flies when you're having fun. Well, fun.
Sometimes you need to make the best out of a bad situation.
Right. And it's my duty. We're doing good, important work here. Also, I didn't want to end up living the life my parents wanted for me.
I can identify with that.
This is so nice. I wish we were sisters. Can we be sisters? You don't have to answer that. Do you have any siblings?
I did. Sort of. Long story. You?
Oh, lots. Boyfriend! Do you have one of those?
I do. I think. We haven't spoken in a while, and he doesn't know. I think we need to have a long talk if I get back home. It's been a very tough year, for the both of us. I was asleep for a long time. I forgot a lot of the stuff that happened to me before I fell asleep. I tried to remember, but I couldn't, until my memories caught up with me. Oh, Jesus. It's a long story. Very complicated. Maybe another time?
Yes, please?
Let's see what happens. What's happening with her search for our Purple Mountains. Didn't seem to be going well, but
There must be something here.
So, no luck?
Nothing. Sorry. And I've read most of these before. I can't remember coming across any of those words you mentioned. There's not much else to do here in the evenings except read. I don't really have any female friends. It gets lonely. Anyway, I've been through all the encyclopedias and travelogues, but
Nothing about the Purple Mountains or the Ular?
nothing. I mean, the Purple Mountains sounds colloquial. It may have a different name officially, but the Ular, there should be something about them. It's a magical race?
They didn't look human.
Weird, there's nothing about them. They must be very isolated, or someone's trying to hide something. Which would be weird and very hard to pull off. Forget I said that.
well, people might care just about enough about this thing. If we can't find anything here, though, we'll have to figure out where else we could go to try and find some information about this.
I'm on it.
I guess I'll have to look elsewhere.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. I really thought I'd find something. I feel terrible. Do you want to be my friend? Oh, I already asked you that. I'm coming on too strong, aren't I? I am, I can tell. Stop it, Enu.
No, not at all. I'd love to be friends. And thank you for helping me.
Much good that did. I really wish I knew who else could.
For the love of the festering demon shrimps of Jaharva, do I have to do everything in this place? I didn't spend all those years living on the streets of Marcuria, pilfering food and liberating fat purses to deal with this shite. I swear I'd be better off going back to sleeping in Abnaxis' stone tree if I can't even get a mattress that isn't flea and maggot infested. Do your bleeding jobs, people. Is that too much to ask?
Did he just mention Abnaxis?
That guy looks familiar, but I'm not quite sure where I... Is that Blind Bob, the beggar?
She recognized him.
That guy looks familiar, but I'm not quite sure.
What does
where
Blind Bob know?
Is that Blind Bob, the beggar?
Blind Bob?
Eh? What? Who's asking? Well, blessed be Miss Straight Britches. You're the lass what brought me mulled wine back when I'd hit rock bottom in Marcuria. What in the name of the eight-eyed octo-god of Tartellus are you doing here?
What?
I was about to ask you the same thing. Except for, not those words exactly.
Oh, I left my life of beggaring behind. Cleaned myself up. Joined the resistance. I'm a general now. I'm making a difference.
Wasn't he theoretically blind?
He was theoretically blind, but now he can see. It makes less and less sense the more I think about it.
Fair enough.
What happened to your theoretical blindness?
Cured! I was blind, theoretically, but now I can see. To be honest, some days I wonder if I ever was theoretically blind, or if it was all hypothemetaphysical. You know, just in my head, like. It was simpler being blind Bob and resorting to beggaring and vagrancy than taking a long, hard look at myself in a speculum, particularly on account of the blindness. I wish me old pa could have lived to see me. He always believed in me, even when I didn't. To the bitter end, he told me I had potential. I nodded and wept,
and promised him I'd try my best. Then, as he drew his last ragged breath, I stole his purse and his breeches. Well, Pa, I'm sorry about the breeches. I'm making something of life now. Making something of myself. I'm no longer blind Bob. Call me Bob who can see.
Sure. And he's a general now.
General? Are you an actual general?
Aye. See these stripes? General Bob, that's me. I takes care of the logic sticks round here so the place don't crumble to pieces. Shepard's busy with the strategering. Kian sorts out who to murder and how. Liko makes a fine job of being contrary. And Enu keeps everyone's spirits up. I mean, when she's not shooting Azadi soldiers in their eyeballs with her bow and arrow. Me, I make sure the ladder's stocked, the sheets are clean, relatively speaking, and that the piss pots are empty. Can't go to war on a full bladder.
Fair enough, I guess.
I just can't imagine how the blind Bob I met in Mercuria turned into this man. It's an impressive transformation.
Indeed.
How did you end up with the rebels?
Not long after you and I met, I overdosed on mulled wine.
I didn't know that was possible.
Spooked me good, that did. I figured I had two choices. Either spend the remainder of my days in the gutter, stinking of foreign spices and currants, and to be honest, there didn't seem to be a whole lot of days left. Or I could clean myself up, try to amount to something after a lifetime wasted on wine, women, and various gutters. The moment I looked up, I saw how the Azadi were running magicals out of Mercuria. I couldn't ignore it. It was disgraceful. I mean, magicals always treated me with kindness and respect. I felt I owed them. So, here I am, doing my part and paying my debts. Aside from the gambling and the bar tabs, mind you. And I feel 20 years younger to boot.
Good for him. Well, we know he set up Naxos. Let's see if he knows anything about the Purple Mountains.
It's a long shot, but...
Have you heard of the Purple Mountains?
Oh, aye. Aye, of course. Everyone's heard of the Turtle Mountains. They're...
No, sorry. Purple, not turtle.
That's what I said. Turtle. Right, of course. You don't know. Why would you? My apologies, lassie. See, I have a serious P deficiency. It's been a lifelong struggle.
What?
The Turtle Mountains. Nope, never heard of them. Sorry.
I don't know what just happened.
Didn't he just mention Abnaxus? Or was that my imagination?
No, it was not.
Do you know someone called Abnaxus?
Abnaxus? Now there's a name I haven't heard spoken in years. Where do you know it from?
Sorry, I just overheard. Actually, I met Abnaxus recently. Well, I dreamed about Abnaxus. Or maybe it was more like a vision. This sounds crazy, I know, but...
Sounds completely sane to me, lass. Abnaxus turning up in visions. That's exactly the sort of fellow he was. Persistent, unpredictable, and not a little annoying. I met him when he was the Venar ambassador to Ireed. This was before the gutters, when I was still a dapper chap on the Mercurian party circuit. We hit it off, especially seeing as I was going blind, theoretically, and he saw everything, past, present, and future. Years later, as he was leaving town, he entrusted me with the key to his home, said to take care of it. I'd sleep there from time to time. Very uncomfortable bunk. Musty smell of ancient books and foreign weeds. I didn't much care for it, to be honest.
He has the key to his house. Now, if there's any place we can find information about any of this, it would be there. Convenient that he has it. Then again, considering Abnaxus could see past, present, and future, he probably knew that at some point Bob would meet Zoe and would have an opportunity to use that key.
I'm sure he said key. And where there's a key...
You said something about a key. to Obnaxus's house?
They called it the abode back then. Abnaxus's abode. Primitive accommodations, but luxurious location. Prime real estate. Central with a garden view. Very quiet at night.
And the key? Do you still have it? Sorry, this is really important.
Oh, I carry it with me every day. After all, it is a magic key. Figured it might do me lumbago some good.
What about this house? I mean, the abode?
Also still there, and not hard to find. Sits right circle in the center of the city green. Abnaxus carved it out of a petrified tree with his own morbidly huge hands. A few years ago, the authorities turned it into an historical landmark. Of course, no one can get inside, on account of the Venar magic. Not without the key, at least.
This key? Can I...
Oh, sure. Heavier than it looks, ain't it? More powerful than iron. Worth its weight in precious stones, and then some. This magic goes back to the first magic. None of that modern hocus-pocus. You feel it in your fingers when you hold it. Tingles, don't it?
It does. Sorry, I know this is asking a lot, but can I...
Borrow it? Aye, why not? It's done the lumbago no good. And I don't have much use for the place, now that I've a proper bunk here. But keep it safe. Abnaxus left most of his belongings behind and entrusted me with their care. I'd hate to betray that trust.
I promise.
Really? We don't have to run 3 times across the city doing some errand for you before you'll give it to us? Wow, that was easy. We need to speak with Shepard before we can leave. Probably tell her where we're going. Curious looking key. Looks like it's made of the same petrified tree that the house is made of. It's kind of cool.
The key to Obnaxus's abode. Score!
Alright, let's see if we can find what we need to know over there. Can you talk to Enu about that? I wonder.
Hey, I made progress. Blind Bob, I mean, the General, gave me the key to Obnaxus's house. I might find what I'm looking for there.
That's great! Oh, I wish I could come with you, but there's this whole furry thing I've got going on. It's a big no-no in the city these days.
Sorry about that. Humans can be real dicks sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes. Some humans, not most. You're a good human. What are these dicks you speak of?
That's not important. Thanks again for your help.
Are you leaving already? I mean, we just met, and you'll come back though, right?
I hope so.
Oh, okay. Because there's so much I want to talk about, and I'll let you go now. Thanks for talking to me, Zoe. I miss you already. Shut up now, Enu. Okay, thanks, bye!
There must be a spin-off game of the adventures of Zoe and Enu. I would totally play that.
I have to resist this intense desire to stroke her yellow fur. I don't think that'd be kosher.
Too bad you can't actually do that. It'd be kind of funny to see her reaction.
I can't wait to see you again, Zoe. I can braid your hair if you want. You have nice hair. I'm not being creepy, am I?
No, just a little bit over-enthusiastic.
I really hope you find what you're looking for in the city. Watch out for Zadi soldiers. You should be okay, though, because human helps.
It does make things easier in these trying times.
Be careful, and please come back soon. I can't wait to see you again, Zoe.
That's all.
Your hair if you want.
Alright, let's
You
go
have
and
nice
see Shepard, and then leave for Obnaxus's abode, but we'll do so in the next video.